hey, there's 3 things that I wish I knew earlier as a new insurance agent, and I'm going to drop them on you right now. Number 1 is prospecting. Prospecting is not only number 1 out of the 3 I'm talking about, but it is number 1. It is senior to everything. Okay. Like if you're not getting in front of people and you're not consistently, here's what you have to do. You either have to consistently work on getting in front of people, or you have to have a team or a vendor or something, right, that is consistent, or a company that is consistently getting in front of people for you. Getting in front of people and prospecting is the most important thing, because what happens is, if you think about being a new agent, right, if you quit because what? You quit because you didn't make enough money. If you made a bunch of money, you normally don't quit, okay? Because you don't normally leave the industry. You just normally leave a company, right? If you're going to leave a company or you're going to leave the industry, at least go to agentplacementprogram.com and let me refer you to an agency to work with, right? That's been vetted and I trust, right? Because if that's ever a problem, I'll solve it. And I only created that program because it was a big problem that I wanted to solve. But if that's the case and you're like, okay, like if you think about it, you quit because you didn't make enough money. You didn't make enough money because you didn't make enough sales. You didn't make enough sales because you did not ask enough people to buy. You didn't ask enough people to buy because you didn't get in front of enough people. You didn't get in front of enough people because you didn't contact enough people. You didn't contact enough people because you didn't have enough people to contact. Maybe you didn't have enough people to contact because you didn't spend enough money, right? It's a whole trickle effect. But I can tell you, prospecting is number 1. You have to consistently get in front of people to win. I made $117,000 my first 8 months. I made $9,000 my first full month. I won trips my first several years. I was making 6 figures for years. I finally started doing content as of the beginning of 2023. Like I've been doing content and videos and helping the industry with a couple thousand videos we've done. And I've been doing that for 7 years, right? And it's led to a lot of cool stuff. Hanging out with you here today, right? But if I had not got out and done a bunch of prospecting, a bunch of cold calling, dude, cold calling sucks, okay? It just does. I'm not saying that's what you should do, by the way. It's just what I didn't know what to do, so that's what I did, right? I cold called and I cold door knocked and I sold life insurance, and I would do call nights with a bunch of people and they would call with me, talk about the team or company or other people, right, helping me. I would also cold door knock when I had time. I remember door knocking 160 doors on a Friday, between noon and 10 p.m. one day. I would also work warm market. I wasn't working leads yet, but I didn't know what to do. But I'm telling you, getting in front of people is the most important thing. And then speaking on that topic of getting in front of people, my first year, I was consistently seeing at least 10 people and asking 10 people to buy insurance from me every single week, like clockwork, no matter what. And I can tell you this, if there's anything that you want to focus on or get good at this year or the next year or get consistent with, it's you have to get in front of, whether it's in person or virtually, you have to physically ask at least 10 people to buy whatever insurance you sell, minimum, every week for you to succeed at a high level. And I will go a step further and say that 10 is part-time. Because if you think about it, you may not know this, when I made $117,000 in my first 8 months, I was 20. I was in college, taking 21 credit hours a semester, right? I was also playing basketball, practices, games, tournaments, all of that. And I was still able to make 6 figures as a full-time salesperson selling life insurance in Springfield, Missouri. Not a huge market. I was able to do that because I was super consistent. If I had to cold call, dude, I cold called. A lot of people procrastinate, or you think about doing something, or you need to pick up the phone now, but you're like, bro, I'll just do it tomorrow, right? Or you're like, dude, I don't like the phone, so I'll pay this telemarketer, whether they're overseas or I bring them in the office or they're a single mom or a college kid. Like, no. You need to get good at calling. You can't be scared of the phone forever and just have an incredible sales career, right? You just can't, okay? So you need to get good at prospecting, seeing people every single week. And then the third thing is you got to constantly be challenging your brain and learning something new, okay? So prospecting is number 1. You got to see 10 people minimum part-time. Full-time, you can make it 20. And you got to continue to learn and evolve, right? Because what happens for me is why I go to so many conferences and events and I hire coaches and I invest in my personal development, self-improvement, or why I eat healthy, or why I track my nutrition, or why I work out with a trainer 5 days a week, or why I'm pushing and trying to get 10,000 steps a day this year. or why I'm also doing 100 push-ups every day, or why I'm writing down my goals and what I'm grateful for. All this stuff that I'm doing, why I'm consuming a lot of water, right? All this stuff I'm doing every day is because I want to become a better person. For everything to change, I got to change, right? For everything to improve, I got to improve. I'm trying to improve. I want Cody to look back. Right now it's January 6th. Yeah, January 6th, 3:44 p.m. We're in the studio, okay? And I am focused on getting better every single, not only day, week, month, yes, but every year. I want to look back in a year, January 6th, 2024, and say, man, Cody's a different cat, man. Like, he evolved, he got better, he learned, he progressed, right? And so I want you to be able to say the same thing, because that's what takes for you to get to the next level. Like, I've been saying this a lot. Like, I was talking to a team recently, and I said, to get to the next level and to achieve and evolve, to even get to six figures. Like, we have this society called Six Figure Society at sixfiguresociety.com. You get 26 courses, you get weekly coaching, you get a private Slack group where you can talk to me and our team and a bunch of other people around the world. We've got agents in there that are from Indonesia and the Philippines and China and Australia and the UK and Canada, right? All over the place. And they're in there because they want to learn, they want to absorb, and they want to evolve. And a lot of people are trying to get to six figures. For someone that's new, these 3 tips can help you get to six figures when you do them. But for you to get to six figures, it's all about you. You don't get six figures by other people. You get six figures by bringing other people in or by other people getting better. You get six figures by you getting better and you becoming really good. I get to 7 figures, like I own multiple 7-figure companies now. I had to get for me to improve a lot, consistently make 6 figures, for me to eventually bring other people in and get to 7, or for me to bring other people in and other business partners and stuff, and then have multiple 7-figure companies, right? For everything to evolve, I had to evolve. And so when I talk about 3 tips for new insurance agents, things I wish I knew earlier, prospecting matters most. You have to see 10 people a week, part-time, 20 full-time. And that's something you have to ask. Hey, you should do this. So I'd recommend. Would you like to get started? And you have to continue to evolve and learn something new. It's more about you than you think. Welcome back to the CA Power Players Podcast. We've had the Mr. David Dufour back in Springfield Mo in the studio. Dave, welcome back.
Greetings and salutations.
Dude, I love spending time with you, man.
Well, thank you. I do too.
I really do.
It's fun. You're such a great host. We've had such a nice time. Chipotle a couple times.
Yeah, man.